Okay, that's hot. That's just super hot. Oh, this thing is amazingly hot. Oh. Okay. All right, guys. Time for the alone fireside stories. Yeah, I actually have one for you. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have heard about. Well, I'm sure you guys have heard of Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, and all that. The guy that gets you when you fall asleep. So that's actually based on our people. It's a phenomenon that happens with our people. That's where the Nightmare on Elm Street premise was taken from. It was taken from the Hmong people. So yeah, the phenomenon is actually called Hmong nocturnal death syndrome. So it happens in males, 18 through I think 35 or 40. So basically, males in their prime, they just go to sleep and never wake up. So it's kind of like SIDS, like sudden infant death syndrome. Except for these are, perfectly healthy, hard-working guys that just go to bed and they end up dead. But the survivors, they actually see creatures. We call them crush demons, but yeah, right when you're about to nod off, the crush demon comes, and they come and suck your life force, kind of like a wraith in European lore, or succubus, yeah, in mythology. So it's kind of akin to that, but it's definitely very real. Yeah, this is something I don't share because once you start talking about this, people kind of classify you as odd or weird or into witchcraft or something, but it's not. It's a Western scientist actually studied this malady for a long time. They thought it might have something to do with the war because the Hmong people were actually one of the few ethnic groups that were completely, totally loyal to the Americans in the Vietnam War. So yeah, their war they waged against the communists was called the Secret War. So not many people know who the Hmong people are or that they fought in the Vietnam War. So they fought guerrilla warfare in the mountains. So you didn't hear a lot about it. Yeah, so they call it the Secret War, but it was basically our tribe fighting with the Americans to defeat the communists. So yeah, basically they thought maybe those deaths were due to like Agent Orange or napalm or some kind of chemicals that were used during the war. But yeah, they didn't find any indication. There were people that died that were never exposed to those chemicals or in the war zone. And to this day, there's people being born that are affected. So yeah, it's not just Vietnam era. It's been going on since the beginning of time as far as our people are concerned. Our culture is shamanistic, so they do believe in dark forces, light forces, demons, things like that. So I think it opens when you're into that kind of spiritualism. It can open up to gateways that might expose you to something that other cultures or religions might not expose you to. So you never know. Just like people who practice voodoo, they completely believe it, and and you talk to anybody, they'll be like, yeah, it's completely real. Witch doctors, all that stuff, it's real. But it's the same as with Christians. People talk of angels and talking to God and seeing God. It's no different, honestly. It's just just different. It's paranormal things, right? So whether it's an angel or a demon, it's paranormal, ghost or whatever. It's all paranormal. If only you can see it and nobody else can see it. It only appears when it wants to. That's all paranormal. But yeah, basically with me, I've had it ever since I can remember, and I was like deeply affected to the point where even to this day I don't sleep more than like 2 to 3 hours, and I always wake up like at 2 or 3 in the morning, which I never knew was called the witching hour, but that's actually the times I wake up. And then lo and behold, when I was in college, I'm studying culture, I don't know, social studies or something. But yeah, I've heard about the witching hour. I'm like, witching hour? Like, looked at it and was like, yeah, between like 1 and 3. I'm like, oh my gosh, I always wake up at that time. But yeah, any case, yeah, I used to get visited by the crest demon a lot, and it used to terrify me. One day I remember my sister was talking to me, and she's like, have you ever been able to like open your eyes and see it? And I'm like, I try to, but I've never have. And sometimes I think I'm too scared to. And she said, well, I think that's God protecting you, because you might not be able to handle it if you did see it. So after she told me that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna face this thing. So next time it happened, I actually did, and I saw it, and yeah, and I just fought it. At that time, I was actually working out a lot with my brother. I mean, as you guys can see, my physicality is a little different than your average guy. I've worked out ever since I can remember, ever since my brother taught me how to, and I think that's actually really helped me fight the crest demon. It's not that my muscles actually contribute to anything. It's the fact of training under pressure of weights. So psychologically and mentally, you're accustomed to pressing weight, because that's what the crest demon feels like. So it's a crushing weight, and then you feel your life draining from you. So just imagine a 400-pound bench press, feel the weight, and you can't get it up, and it's on your neck. It's crushing you. It's kind of like that, right? So I think after so much training and weight training, psychologically, I was accustomed to that kind of pressure, and I was able to fight it. And ever since then, I've been able to fight them off. I haven't, they don't really scare me anymore. But I do, that does contribute to, why I stay in the gym and stay healthy and work out, because, I need to always be ready, because, I still get visited. But, the cool thing is, I never get visited in the woods, in nature. So, a lot of people are scared of nature and the dark and in nature. I'm not. It's where I find peace. Like, I think nature makes me so whole that it can't touch me. Like there's no avenue or no void for them to come up and reach me. So yeah, nature has always been a friend and a sanctuary. So I think that's where I think I actually would do really good alone, because I don't really feel alone in nature. I feel as if it's a sanctuary. It's not a place I suffer. Yeah, I mean, that's my Fireside story. Crest demons. If you have any Hmong friends, just say that word. Say how's the crest demon, and they'll be like, what? They'll know what you're talking about. Like, it's common. Nobody talks about it, because nobody wants to say that they're visited by demons or even angels or whatever. Nobody wants to know. expose that, because people just are judgmental. But it's real for the people that it happens to. So if it happens to you, yeah, get in the gym, pump some iron, dude. Get out in nature. It helped me. It probably helped you. Honestly, I don't think that creature, the crush demon, whatever it is, I don't think it's trying to kill you. I think it's, if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it's not trying to. It's just trying to survive or whatever it's doing. So as I got accustomed to it, I realized it didn't feel like really evil. It just felt like it was taking life from me. So it's like a parasite, So just push the little bastard off, So yeah, yeah. If you get visited, yeah, go visit the gym and spend some time in the woods. All right, well, that's my fireside story, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna save this for tomorrow. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to take the Swedish Firelog apart. Let me show you what it looks like. So you see it's burned down there. I'll turn the light off. You see how it makes a really cool candle? I mean, that's pretty bad. So, look at that. I'm gonna turn the other way around here. All right. Yeah, look at that. It's just hot coals of hell. Okay, so, all right, let's take this apart and preserve the wood for tomorrow. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna turn the light on here now. Okay, so yeah, so to preserve the wood, you just gotta split it apart. Yeah, so we just stick that in the dirt there. Stick everything in the dirt, and you'll have it for tomorrow. And it'll be dry and easily started tomorrow. So tomorrow should be easier to start. I mean, it was a little bit rougher than I'm used to. Okay. All right. Let's put them on the rocks here. Starting the fires. Okay. Yeah, we should still have wood for tomorrow.